Opening Google Photos on the computer and then having Ashley put up all the videos was super supportive, so I just have them, and then like going through everything is not my forte, but if I just have it in front of me, then I can look through and then put it on editor if I need it. And then...
Yeah. Hey everyone, we're live from the Royal Starseed Ascension Sanctuary. We are having a team meeting night where we're collaborating and going over everything that we are creating here at the sanctuary. So join us for this evening of super teamwork in bringing you the most amazing experience ever in the sanctuary.
Yeah, so we're pretty much chilling, raw. This is our day in the life. This is what we do. We're co-creating. Just curious, yeah, the camera isn't blinking green? Do we know why?
I don't. I think that some of the cameras are a little bit different right now. That's what I would describe it. But we'll double check. We should be live.
Let's check. See if we're live. Part of it.
Yeah, we're live. Boop, boop.
What are you checking on?
Right phone. Oh, on another platform?
Okay, Twitch, look at X.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I
on.
met a guy at the festival who is like all into Twitch, is on there all the time. And he also designs antennas. I thought that was very interesting. Since basically we are antennas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What vibration are we vibrating at is the channel we tune into.
So, V, can you pick a day that, well, V, we're gonna film, so far, we're gonna film Sundays Tuesdays and Thursdays. Can you do 3 days or 3 hours or 4 filming with that camera?
Yeah, so show me how.
How do you wanna run this game, Krista?
Well, I'm wondering, so we're open those days on the sanctuary, so we have 2 dedicated people here anyway. One of those people should be dedicated to the camera, getting it set up and ensuring that we're up and live and filming.
Uh-huh.
And the other person doing like the setup stuff. And if we have our regular cleaning, like the thing that takes me the most time to open up in the morning has been sweeping the floors and cleaning everything. But if that cleaning could be done the night before, then we could do the opening, have one person take the first 3 hours, and then that other person on opening shift take the next 3 hours. Because they're already there, they're already dedicated, and then we've got those hours covered, and then when the shift switches over, then essentially the next 2 people switch off on the next 6 hours
Okay.
of the shift. So we just need people to own that time.
So girls, what we need support in right now is these 3 days, us being together. Well, it's kind of more than 3 days. Anyways, the days that we're open for the sanctuary, being here and acting as if there's a bunch of members here and being focused on our live reality show. So one is we need to all honor those days.
And choosing one time to offer a class or an offering so that can be filmed as content. Yeah. What is it? Are you gonna share everything?
So, I mean, I can honor those days, can everyone honor those days? Like, how do we take ourselves to the next step? Because we've already talked about this a handful of times, and we keep repeating, we're in a loop right now. And what we need to do is get ourselves out of this thing. Okay, and it needs to work without me here. It needs to work without Christy here. So,
This last week, the feeling was that everyone was taking a break. Like, you girls were going out, and we also were like recalibrating after the retreat. And
I understand that, but
it
it
should
just
have been
doesn't,
like,
it's like, you know.
hey, this week we're all on vacation.
But none of
Kinda
that
like-
was communicated, we didn't
Right, it wasn't.
communicate it with our channels.
Yeah.
So once we already communicated specific stuff, like, it wasn't honored.
Right.
But the fact is this is a loop, and we need to get out of the loop. So in order to get out of the loop, we need people's dedication. So who's reliable? Are we all reliable? Are we starting from scratch, number one, at the beginning stages again? Like, are we fresh starting? Is what I need to know, what we need to know.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, are we starting fresh? Like, on these 3 days, everyone is available.
What days are we looking at?
Our sanctuary days that we're open, Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays,
Tuesdays and Thursdays, not Mondays.
not Mondays.
And we need to redo the schedule with, as we've lost people, so we actually need to have 2 shifts a week each, rather than just one. Until we get enough people so we can have one.
Okay, so if you guys understand this, Krista will create a schedule that will open up the sanctuary, and whoever's on that schedule will need to honor it, open and close. And whoever's on that schedule will be the first people that turn the show on. And then whoever's the first person, the second person on that schedule will be the second person that turns the show on. And then everyone else that's in the house will rotate. I'm not getting any feedback from anyone, I hope I'm not wasting your time here.
I could do some one morning.
I think everyone should do one opening and one closing shift.
Okay, so we can do one morning, one evening, so I open in one morning, then we close it. Yep, one evening. So we have one day.
So just one person opening in the morning, you're saying?
No, we need 2 people, opening and closing every day. So every day, we have 2 people, one person is majorly responsible for opening the space, the other person is responsible for the live camera. And making sure that that's going, making sure that there's content, that's all set up. And then they switch.
Okay, why don't we get the schedule to get it going?
It's on the calendar, country calendar. So that might be the
Do you wanna
best
start
place
setting the
to-
goals up on that schedule?
Sign me up, Scotty.
Yeah, you wanna shift? You wanna shift?
Everyone in the house is
Yeah.
down.
Alright,
She's shifting into gear, baby.
so it's really important if you can't make your shift, that you get it replaced, just like, you know, when we were working
Respect.
jobs back in the 3D
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
If you can't come in, you need to call somebody and get them to come in for you.
And the focus is
Communicate.
us right now turning our live stream on these days.
Okay.
Now, of course, the subscribers and members will start coming in, but right now, that will just happen when it happens, just prepare the space for the show.
So we need one morning shift, one closing shift. The morning shift starts at 9 a.m.
So pick a day you
The
wanna,
closing
you
shift,
wanna be on shift, Haley.
I'll do Thursday.
we close at 6.
She's gonna do Thursday morning.
Thursday morning? Okay, so I have to delete. But you were already on Tuesday
Also
with
Tuesday.
me. Yeah,
Okay.
so we already
So
have,
I have another morning, what morning is that?
Thursday.
Okay.
So Delete and Mariana.
Is Thursday night available?
Yes.
My suggestion is that you guys keep the days and times consistently throughout the week, every week, every week.
It makes it
So that you
easier.
create this pattern inside of you that is responsible to accommodate your work schedule.
Okay.
I can close with you on Thursdays.
Thursday night closer. Is that what you heard?
What are you gonna do then?
I am.
So, Ashley, you were
I'm
on
looking for
closing on
Sundays.
Sundays, do you want to move that closing shift to Thursday, is that what I'm
It can be either or, whatever, if somebody else has a preference.
I like Sunday, that feels good.
Then I'll do Thursday.
You want to open or close on Sunday?
Let's.
Okay, which day can you open?
You sure? You go out on the weekends, you sure you're gonna accomplish this?
She's gonna close on Sunday.
I mean, I go out all the time.
Okay,
I'm like, yeah.
Or you can switch with somebody and just do closing shifts
I
if
mean,
someone else
I'm
just
just
wants
feeling
to
like
open.
how my schedule has been lately, and it's very like random, and so.
Aren't we just having a consistent same time
Yeah.
every week?
But if I can just call in someone if I can't make it,
Right.
that works.
So we, like I have Thursday,
but really just make it consistent every week.
she doesn't get
Pick
to
what
open.
day that could be for you. Sunday,
I
Tuesday,
think Tuesday
Thursday.
is best for me to open.
Does she even need to
Because
open? Don't we
Monday
have a
is-
Tuesday open?
You wanna open? You're not gonna wake up at 9 a.m.
No, she wants to do Sunday close.
I've been working better at getting up early, but also like, yeah, if you need me to open, Tuesday would be preferable, because Monday nights I'm usually not gonna be up late. But I would prefer close. As a cat.
Yeah.
Observing Haley's
But I woke
rhythm
up at
in these
8
last months,
yesterday.
I don't recommend putting her in an opening. I recommend putting her in a closing so that
Midnight.
Haley and Jordan could close on Sundays.
He really wants to be in there.
Tuesdays.
What do you be?
Or
Wait.
work.
I wouldn't put Haley on a Sunday.
To close,
To close?
Tuesday?
I would put Haley on a Tuesday.
Well, what else?
She could close on a Tuesday and a Thursday. She's here Thursday nights, we have our meetings Thursday nights.
It's 9:30. Okay.
Okay, we'll keep this going and tie it together.
So tomorrow, I'm not gonna, well, what time do we close? 7?
We close at 6. 6 o'clock?
I'm probably not gonna be here tomorrow. So we could start with that one on next Thursday.
Okay. Delete. Are you good with opening on Thursday with Mariana?
No, I'll be at work.
What day would work for you to open and
This week
close?
is my thing work, but I'll let you know and I'll do the morning on Tuesday.
What's
I
that?
have Tuesday, I'll do Tuesday opening.
Tuesday opening next week.
Next Tuesday, I'll do opening. That's fine,
Okay, so
that's it.
Vanessa, if you wanna do Thursday, are you okay with that? So we'll move you to Thursday, we'll move Delete to Tuesday.
We're in school again, just building over here.
Is this for next week?
Yeah, I mean, this would start tomorrow.
I'm going
This is
strong on
a regular schedule.
Meg.
Oh, when
Going
are you
strong
not
on
here
not
tomorrow?
eating after 8.
I'm not here tomorrow.
Amazing,
I might not
good.
be- I'll be here tomorrow.
This is my one meal, but same,
Okay.
same.
So can you find your replacement?
It's been reducing,
I'm not here
reducing
tomorrow.
my caloric intake because I haven't been able to quite fit in that meal, so it's like, okay, I'm sending it.
Good.
You
You're gonna
look
love
so
it. You're gonna
vibrant,
notice a
actually.
huge difference.
What?
You look so vibrant.
Really?
Yeah, your skin is
You're
like.
gonna notice a big difference. So when I go
Yay.
back.
Well, she's been doing working
I've been working out in the
every
sun.
day in the
Yeah.
sun.
Sweating in the sun.
That's the way.
Every day in the sun.
I learned it from
So
Rainbow.
I glow.
I learned it from Rainbow. Like I did yoga with her. I was like, wow, this is epic.
Yeah, I just started my bleeds. So I did nothing. Like, well, I took calls all day.
I feel like my bleeds also started today.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
In the
kind of like
morning?
networking, but I'm trying to get everything up tomorrow and
Let's
chill. The best I can.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's my special day.
I
and
would
then
say I would do Thursday,
Special day.
open Thursday, close, but this Thursday, where I can't promise, so I gotta just start there.
Okay.
I think we just start next
Yeah, next week.
week on Sunday. But we still need to film a reality show as many times as possible this week since we missed last week.
Yeah.
So
Let's get that
So we
camera
have-
popping.
Get that all about.
Get get popped up here and there.
Yeah, like pop it up here and there as often as possible.
And then I think about,
So I can do a little bit of that, you can do a little bit of that.
what's
How
interesting,
can you make a schedule that you do it like once or twice a day?
what's interesting though is that like, so I think about today, I guess
Rama was our
but I think
director monitor here, so we would like to replace Rama.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about today when I could have like brought it to you guys in the garden.
Yeah.
Can I? When
You
Chris is
can.
naked?
What happened?
She doesn't want to yet because she doesn't want to be naked for free.
Yeah,
So no.
I agree with that.
So Nami is ready.
Who doesn't want to be naked there? Kristen. No, I was thinking to put the live, like we were out in the garden today and that was a cool time, but
We have Haley and Victoria there. There's no Victoria here.
Yeah, we need that.
What we're gonna do, this is a little complicated. What we're gonna do with these Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays is there's gonna be a whiteboard. It's gonna say the days. It's gonna say opening and closing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be posted up here. You'll have your name on it. Don't bite me, little sucker. And then if you need to switch it, then you just gotta ask one of the sisters to switch it. You're in charge of you. If you got your name up, you gotta be responsible for you. You be a good leader.
You gotta check it.
Meanwhile, like, don't put it on other people. Let's not make it complicated. You know, you got it? Ready to move to the next steps? I got Tsunami waiting for us. Okay. Haley? It would be best if we all kind of sit like this way
facing your
and
phone.
look at this phone because the live stream anyways is right there.
You wanna put it on my computer?
He's like ready though, like, you know, like, please speed up the phone, you know what I mean? Get that focused.
Where did that come from?
Hey, Sue. The girls are moving their table or their chairs to sit right here so that you can see. Haley, Sue's on the line.
Okay.
You want it? You'll tell them I need paper and pen. Okay, Sue, are you able to show your screen, hun, with the project deck?
Happy to turn it up.
The other computer might be better initially, to see on a computer if you have that available.
We do.
Yeah,
Can you drop the link in WhatsApp to me?
What was that?
Can you drop the link in WhatsApp?
What's that? Yes.
Thank you.
alright, leave it in the computer.
Oh,
That's gonna be
shoot, but we don't have internet.
But we might. Do you wanna use my tether me? You want me to tether me timbers?
Yeah.
Okay, it's titty time. Bastards.
Best show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hang on. I think there's one.
I sent it to you, Chris already.
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
You should put my phone closer to your laptop.
No, she got it.
No, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Try in.
Rachel to the rescue.
I got you here.
So Suhana, our point of conversation is to inform the girls on how to talk about things. We have already had a conversation on the former blueprints of what we were building. I know we do have new sisters here now. But we'll just stay keen and focused on the specific blueprint and how they can talk about it and promote it, leading them to ideally the Ascendant Spaces platform where people can join to be a sponsor, a co-creator, or a guardian. Remember that page that we made?
Yes, of course. I understand.
Okay. Jordan, you're probably gonna wanna need to join this conversation so that you understand what we're selling here, what we're promoting on the bigger level. This is about our project deck and how to talk about what we're doing. Okay.
Sorry, my WhatsApp is frozen. Maybe email would be good.
I don't know why that cable's in that drawer, it shouldn't be, because it can get lost
You sure you
if
don't wanna
somebody
use
takes it.
my,
That's the one for.
That's the one we got.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think
Jane,
it's
you
the.
can use that.
Turn it
Okay, one second.
Bring it forward because it's for the.
Tsunami, can you
WhatsApp is
send,
frozen.
Tsunami, can you send the link
Go
to,
ahead,
to your WhatsApp? Can you tell him your phone number?
No, to email.
Huh?
To my email.
It's not working with Kristen WhatsApp, I sent it to her, it's like, what was requested, is that?
No, she needs you to send it to her email.
My WhatsApp is frozen, darling.
Frozen,
So I'm just looking for it to go to my future advisory board email.
Do you have her future advisory board email?
Yeah, I can send it.
Okay, cool.
No one said that to me, so I.
No, she just said it, she just said it now.
She just realized her WhatsApp was frozen.
This is what we're doing. Yeah, anything to say to the live camera?
Sorry, that was
Can't
really
do it.
funny.
thank you.
Well, I personally like to move at a smooth flow. This is a little, taking too long for me, so you know how I like to rock, just like me. Is someone taking notes? This isn't really like a note-taking, well, we're all taking notes actually, excuse me.
Yeah, it's like an active involvement.
Is that okay?
How much longer does it
Well, it's just about to start and it's probably gonna take like.
Goes until 11.
We got an hour and 18 minutes.
And the
But this
most
conversation
amazing-
specifically like 40 minutes so that we can dial in this plan here.
Beauty and the Beast, right?
Do you buy it yourself?
Yeah. Oh, I have that matching lens for you, like different. Sorry, we don't need no man, right?
So I guess since we're waiting, I'm just gonna start talking about this. So Krista, we got morning and night people for the sanctuary opening days.
Not fully.
Okay. So Jordan, we're all taking turns on the 3 days a week that we're filming our live show. Everyone having this camera that's on us right now for a couple of hours. And that's also unifying to make sure that our live show is on and active as a team so that we can
You wanna
bring
go outside?
forward
Yeah.
a large amount of following.
Are you hungry?
To get to the levels that we wanna get to. So we'll need your active support.
You wanna go outside or you
The
hungry?
schedule for being in front of the camera, or having the camera with you?
Yeah, but I tried to make a schedule before, and it's kind of not easy because when I said, okay, girls, make a schedule,
Are you talking about
Well, you
Sunday of our retreat?
I'm talking about Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
That was when you tried to make the schedule of Sunday when we were doing the retreat. That was what she was asking.
I've pushed forward to make it many times.
Okay, I think we're in, we're just waiting for you to let us in. Tsunami.
So maybe outside then? I'm gonna put him
Yes,
outside.
we'll talk about it later.
I'll put him outside for now.
You guys wanna look at the screen over here?
Can you just bring it over here because the camera's right here on us?
Well, I can bring it to here.
Why don't you just make that table over there?
It doesn't seem like he wants to go outside. I don't know what he needs.
Can't move this.
We can take you wanna leave this one?
Hello, hello, hello.
No.
Anybody out there?
Okay. Hey.
I wish this computer was connected to the Sonos. Can we?
No.
It would be so much more powerful to have him on Sonos.
Someday soon.
Not at this
So
one.
like, you know,
Adding so many more things is too much. It's already just making me feel weird.
Alright,
There's just so much.
Ross wants to connect that computer to some of this girl. Not important.
We getting it, guys? Are we excited? Are we stoked? It'd be the
Yay!
most informative phone call of our lives. Life-changing phone call.
Thank you, Rachel. Get us back on track.
You guys are gonna learn how to make more money. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay,
It's on mute over there? Hello?
okay. Krista, can you come operate honey? Okay, and then can you do whatever you need to do to stop the background noise and, because we have this on and this really affects, when we have all of
When we
these
go on?
background noises, it's really not good. It makes
What
the
background noise are you referring to, darling?
Just put us on
the
mute.
water, all the
I
things
think
that are
someone's boiling water.
everything, so.
Okay.
Like, and just everyone just sit down and focus. I personally feel very uncomfortable with all of this walking around, like, it's just like, we're live streaming right now, like, let's get serious so people think we're serious.
Why don't you just put us on mute and let him talk? Did we do this?
He wanted to hear us,
Okay.
so we couldn't have a conversation.
Okay. Wonderful. Are you able to see the screen that I have sharing with
Yes.
Yes.
It's really hard to hear you,
you? It's hard to hear me.
like, it could sound better if it was louder.
Well, there's nothing I can do. I'm already projecting loudly from my end. So. Volume over there?
Could you possibly
It's better
start
now.
the T?
Wait, it's almost done.
Okay, so, I'm not gonna go through the whole deck, I'm sure, if you haven't seen this deck, then I'm sure they can send it to you, so you can see the full deck prior to these pages, but I think the most important part here is to focus on this aspect of the deck, which has to do with the business model and tokenization of the Royal Starseed sanctuaries. So in essence, the whole business model is to, starting with the space that you're sitting in right now and moving forward to expand into 221 additional locations is to launch these spaces both to be for the purpose of everything they are as lighthouses and sanctuaries of ascension and activations and also ran by divine feminine leaders. But the other side, as we're tying into this concept, bridging technology and the future of finance with a whole Web3 tokenized model for this whole operation, is more so what I'm here to talk more in detail, as well as once I get through these next few slides, then if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them and we can talk over, so that way everyone is in full understanding on the full model. So what we're aiming to do is create the world's first tokenized sanctuaries. And through that, part of the tokens, which part of the model here is to tie together both the asset itself as well as the business model, meaning all of the memberships and the services that are offered at these spaces, these sanctuaries. Okay? So moving forward over here, I mean, this is just more technical details of the process of real estate tokenization. So once a property is purchased, which our goal is starting with that one, but we want to create a plan to expand this model as fast as we can by purchasing many spaces around the world and having an entire system where we can be purchasing properties that can be the next sanctuaries, while simultaneously having the budgets to activate them, design them, and turn them into the sacred spaces that they are.
Hey, Tsunami?
Yes?
I love you. Can we record?
Sure.
Thank you. Can you record?
Recording in progress.
Here we go.
Awesome.
Yes?
So maybe just restate that statement again for the recording.
Can you, there is an okay, can you put
Okay.
okay?
So what we're aiming to do here as a collective is to launch the world's first tokenized sanctuaries with a global network of the goal being 222 different of these locations around the world that both the real estate assets themselves will be officially tokenized to be fractional ownership tokens of these assets on the real estate side, but also the model is to tokenize the memberships and the services and all those aspects that take place at these sanctuary locations, with the overall goal of having a global network of interconnected, tokenized sanctuary spaces ran by the Royal Starseeds. And the model here is to be ran by women that are leading these spaces. So we can help empower a global network of women leaders that are running these spaces and that are truly lighthouses for humanity, right? Woo, woo, woo! In order to do this, we're going to be tying in and make sure being one of them, so we can run through the process and create a system that can optimize this and have access to this network of spaces. And in order to do that, as far as the tokenization of each physical location, what legally needs to take place first is the purchase, the acquisition of that space. So this is something I know I'm working on my end, because we're getting ready to launch a fund, which we already have committed, which is coming in, let's say November. We'll be able to start deploying capital. And I already have planned, and I'm working on getting this whole business model investor ready so we can release capital into this business model. My goal is, how do we expand this and fulfill 222 spaces as quickly as possible? So there's different facets of the business model that need to get refined in order to fulfill that vision. There's, of course, the technology side, which we're taking care of on our end, but then there's like really a fluid game plan on, okay, 222 spaces, that's a lot of different spaces, right? So that needs to be in phases over, I've broken down in this pitch deck 10 years, which is really moving forward after we launch this first phase. The next 10 years, that's launching 22 spaces per year. So in order for us to be able to actually fulfill that plan and vision and goal of 22 new locations per year, there's a lot of logistics that come behind that, which I'm going to lean on you ladies as far as the operational training, logistics side of leaders for the spaces, because that's one component of this. We're going to need women leaders at each one of these new locations around the world. So we're going to need a whole system and process of finding the leaders, training the leaders, and setting up operations for all these locations. Simultaneously, it's going to come together with a whole real estate acquisition model to start purchasing these properties around the world, which is going to be, the way I see it, is going to be a facilitation of, part of it will come through the tokenization model, where while we're tokenizing these spaces and launching these memberships, there's going to be revenue coming in that will be utilized for acquiring and expanding this model. But simultaneously, where I'm looking at it is it also coming in with investment capital from our fund that I'm one of the head managers of, to invest into this and expand it at the rate we're looking at.
Can you, real quick, can you explain to us what tokenization is?
Yeah, so really, tokenization is just digitizing something, okay? So in the crypto sphere, there's people that just launch tokens out of thin air that are really nothing, right? That's one form of tokenization. Or there's Bitcoin, which launches an algorithm that mines out a token that truly is not backed by something, but it has intrinsic value because people are using it. That's another form of tokenization. But then there's this category of what I'm talking about in tokenization, which is known as real world asset tokenization. Meaning, you can take a piece of real estate like what we're talking about, or you can take some other asset like gold or some other commodity, and you can literally take the ownership of that asset and tokenize it, meaning digitize it, into a set amount of shares of value of the asset, okay? So each piece of property, meaning the sanctuaries that we acquire and add to the network of this, we will be running through, once they're acquired, we'll tokenize them and digitize the ownership shares of that piece of real estate, which that's where everything's moving in regards to the future of real estate, is tokenization of real estate assets. Because real estate in general is not a very liquid asset, but by tokenizing it, it makes it liquid. And when I say liquid, that means someone would have the possibility, when it's a liquid asset, to be able to buy and trade it easily. Like with a home, if you owned a home, you can't just buy and trade parts of your home. That just doesn't work. But if it's a tokenized asset, a tokenized home, you could essentially buy and sell trades of partial ownership of that home. That's what tokenization of a real estate asset is.
Okay, one second. Does anyone have any questions with just that part?
No.
Got it.
Okay, go ahead.
So then you can tokenize that your asset, like gold. Like one of our portfolio companies, they have a whole patent to digitize gold, right? So meaning you can hold a token, which typically with tokenized gold, it's like one token of that digitized gold means 1 gram of gold. You can just hold those tokens in your wallet, and instead of holding a bunch of gold. And if you ever wanted the gold, you can turn it into the gold, right? So that's why the future of moving forward is tokenization of assets. So that's part of this model here is tokenization of the real estate assets, but also bridging that to tokenization of the business model and membership model. So that will allow fluidity of us being able to do things. Well, one, we can do things where we can offer in this early phase right now discounts on those tokens with people that want to come in as early supporters of the project, where they can get the chance to get tokens right now at a discounted rate in this earlier phase before the model expands, right? So that's one thing we can do. But also we can set this whole business model up where we take the assets themselves, combined with the business model of the memberships and the services offered at these sanctuaries, and tie it together into a thing that's a very solid, what's known as a store of value or an investment. Meaning if someone puts in $10 million into this, they know that their $10 million is going towards buying real estate assets, that's one, and then activating those real estate assets with a business model attached to it that's far more lucrative than just renting out a home. Because when you're a real estate investor, you just buy a home and your business model is to buy a home and then rent it out, you're very limited on how much money you're going to make from that due to the market. But with this model, it's buying homes, elevating them into the magic that they are, and then having a whole business model with a membership system and services attached that are much more lucrative and profitable to an investor than just a home that they're purchasing and renting out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just have a question. So, are you able to make any projections as to what the return on investment would be?
Yeah. We have certain projections, and there's going to be pro formas put together. That's the next step, is putting together pro formas for the scale of this model.
Okay.
So it's very variable because as we keep expanding more spaces, right, then those numbers constantly are changing and escalating, right? So that is the next phase, but I can tell you already, just putting together the base model, if we can succeed on membership goals,
Yeah.
which I've set forth as pretty reasonable goals.
Okay.
Go to that slide here, 1 second. Okay, so right here, this goal right here, the overall end goal that I'm going to map out as like a forecast future roadmap,
Okay.
is eventually have 222 spaces, right? With totaling 50,000 members over 222 spaces. I think that's a very achievable goal.
Okay.
And each location, as far as forecasting, is only as a goal to reach 200 members per space.
Okay.
Not so many people. Like 200, that's the number we can hit with the right marketing, advertising, and on-ramp goals. I mean, there's things we need to refine. We need to, these are the packages that I was provided for the ladies, right? And these package numbers here, if we can hit the goals of getting in some of these members, which, when forecasting financials, it's really obviously all guesses, right? But as an example, the sanctuary member lowest package, that one's going to have the most percentage of membership per location, the lower end package, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's going to maybe a smaller amount with the golden guardian, and then there's gonna be a much smaller amount of percentage of those members that are the galactic guardians that are paying that high amount per year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it all comes down to forecasting those kind of things. But really, I need to know from the business model is, can we, right? This is where it comes to testing different pricings. That's one part of a business model is proper pricing models, right?
Yeah.
Like, can we perfect and refine 3 different levels of a membership that can succeed? Of course, this is gonna change sometimes drastically when we go into different regions. Like, as an example, if we try to go to Thailand, where you can live like a king for a couple $1,000s a month in Thailand and live at the highest level of luxury, can we sell a package for $33,000 a month? It's gonna be much, much harder to sell that kind of package there than it
Right,
would
this
be.
package is numbered out for America, honey.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying these are very technical details that I and some of my team need to think through on how to do proper forecasting for a global vision plan on 222. It gets very complex. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
When there's different pricing that's going to need to get developed for different regions and different stuff, this is stuff we'll be able to do, but that's where it gets much more complex. So we need to map out and figure out what makes sense for different markets as far as the pricing of memberships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
So, and the other route here, and the way I see it, is this isn't just some business model. This is a nonprofit movement that has implications to, one, support women and help uplift women. That's one side of the equation of the nonprofit side. And then the other is to help humanity in so many ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other is we want to really think through strategically how we can leverage the nonprofit sector side of the equation.
Yep.
Which is where I added this slide and the ability to where we can launch it. We'll launch it soon. Is this donor advised fund for Royal Starseeds? Because a donor advised fund is a very unique nonprofit vehicle that can both intake assets, whether that's cash or any illiquid assets like real estate or crypto or anything, it doesn't matter, it can intake assets. And then those assets that come into the donor advised fund can be utilized for investments or acquisitions of the other assets. So it's where it really fits lovely with this model to be able to have a donor advised fund create the movement, which I see part of this movement and how it's going to expand and become a sensation around the world is part of that's going to be through the show, right? Which I aside from what's going on over there, I have a bunch of stuff going on my end, high level, Hollywood level show, film, production, distribution that I want to support getting the Royal Starseed show to the highest level as well in part of this model. Because I think that's going to be a very big funnel into the system, into the model, into the memberships and all that.
And just keep in mind, girls, the platform that I'm showing you girls on what we need to get to must happen before we bring it to Hollywood side.
Yeah.
So that's why all of this is curated in a specific way for us to then take the next levels. So.
Precisely. So basically the way I've mapped out the tokenomics and the token model for this system is essentially a dual token model, okay? Where there will be essentially a community token, that's one of the tokens, which that community token could be utilized by members of the Royal Starseeds to purchase memberships, to purchase services, to attend events, to do a mixture of things within the ecosystem. So that's like their payment method that they can use to pay for things. So that's one side of
Which you guys can understand, right? An example is if you go to a festival, some festivals say you can put your money on this card, but you can't spend your own money in different ways, right? So they would put their money on our token and it would dividends to go to her workshop or to your mentorship.
But does it grow in value over time as well?
Yes.
And it's the same token?
Well,
Our-
yes, but in a way that's secure and compliant for the US regulations in the world, because that's where it all comes down to. Like, we can't create a speculative community token that just increases rapidly in value and it's more of an investment. That wouldn't be very compliant. But what we can do is launch a community token. This is part of the business model I mapped out. That's attached to the business and the assets. Okay? So meaning it's paid to these what I call in here the RWA, real world asset tokens. So each time we purchase a property, okay, like the one you're sitting in now, once that property is purchased, that property, the value of that asset would get tokenized. Okay? So altogether, let's say out of the 222 locations, right, there's let's say $500 million at least of real estate assets once we launch all those. Okay? When you look at real estate in general as an asset, it's a very good store of value, meaning where you put your money into to hold, because it's typically an appreciating value, meaning real estate assets over time usually go up in value. Unless there's a big market crash and then they dip down momentarily, they usually always go back up and increase in value, okay? Especially if there's a business model attached to it, like what we're talking about here. So these community tokens, we would launch them at a certain launching price at discounted rates. That can be the incentive for you ladies to onboard in members that want to support this model, right? Where they can get an opportunity to get in at a discount to get the token, which they can use, one, for memberships and services and all that are offered there, right? That's one use. But also, once these tokenized real estate assets get tokenized, and there's those assets that are available, those tokens that they had pre-purchased, let's say, they can exchange for the tokenized real estate assets, meaning they're a partial owner in the real estate. So then over time, they can grow a portfolio of partial ownership of a global network of sanctuary spaces, which is very advantageous for investors.
Yeah,
Right.
super lucrative.
Real estate, when they understand that there's a business model attached to it, there's an impact model attached to it, it's profitable, and it's a solid store of value, right? That's what I'm working on really mapping out here, is this equation where it brings together those different factors.
Any questions yet so far, ladies? Anything not understood?
What does it mean to be backed by real world assets?
What does it mean to be backed by a real world asset?
Okay, so let's just take real estate. When you purchase a piece of real estate, you get a deed. You get the deed of ownership, okay?
So
When you tokenize that deed of ownership, and what happens is it gets put into a smart contract, okay? So here, and the model we're wanting to map out here for Royal Starseed is that title gets put into a trust, so it's secured. So it's a secure sovereign asset that then gets tokenized on the blockchain, meaning legally that asset, the ownership of that asset gets broken into tokens. However many are the deciding factor of that. Let's just take the example of one token equals $1. That's the easiest way to do it, right? So let's say it's a $1.5 million real estate. Then when it gets tokenized, it becomes 1.5 million tokens. Each of those tokens equal to 1.5 million, one fraction of 1.5 million ownership of the asset itself. Meaning, if you own 50% of it, you can go to court and you would be owed 50% of that asset, like legally. It's tokenized and it's official partial ownership of that item, whether it's real estate, gold, or something else.
And the blockchain is like the whole digital world of assets, right?
Well,
It's the ledger.
blockchain is a term that has to do with the Web3 sector of technology. There's many different blockchains in the space, everything from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Cardano to Solana and so on and so forth. All of them are different blockchains. So that's one factor we need to take into consideration in this, or what I think is the future, and what we can set this whole model up as is omni-chain, meaning it's tokens that are able to be transferred across multiple different blockchains. Okay, so which I think is the best way to go. And really, it's just an asset that gets stored in a wallet, a digital wallet, like physical wallet, but through digital wallet. And it means you have partial ownership in that. But the way we're tying together this business model is much more lucrative than just holding the digital asset. Because even in real estate tokenization, usually by holding partial of the ownership, you're also getting returns by the revenue generated from the asset. So that's how this model is put together. Is the memberships, the revenue streams, and all that are tied together with the real estate assets. So that way, when someone purchases some of these assets and they're holding them in their digital wallet, they're not only having a stable return, meaning they know that they have partial ownership of this physical asset, that if they needed to, they could sell it back to the market and get their money back, that's one. But also, simultaneously, they're getting ongoing dividends from the revenue attached to the asset. So the revenue here is the membership, the services, and the different things that are taking place at the sanctuaries. So that's where it becomes a very good store of value. Like right now, the US dollar is probably about to take a massive crash, and it's not a very good store of value to have your money in dollars. Let's just put it that way. So there's a lot of people on the planet that understand what's going on, that are trying to put their money into other asset classes, real estate being one of the big ones and gold being the other big one, right? So this is something that it's a way that people can transfer some of their wealth into a business model that's very secure because it's backed by real estate. On top of that, it has a business model on top of that real estate, like a Soho house or some other membership model attached to real estate, where they're earning interest and revenue from their investment while they still have their core principal, meaning they still have their percentage ownership of that asset. Of course, someone could come in as an investor if they're a big investor and purchase an entire property, and then they're owning the majority stake of that property, not the full property ownership, because part of the model is that Royal Starseed would always hold a partial ownership of these assets. It wouldn't just put the 100% ownership available for investment. So I would say we're going to want to hold at minimum like 20% ownership in all the assets. But most likely moving forward, once things are kicking off, it could be even different, where it's only, let's say, selling 20% of the ownership and then 80% is held. Because the more that's held, the more that's
80% held by the Royal Starseeds.
Oh, so it started at 20, now it's at 80?
He's talking about if someone just bought us a house and let us operate the house, they would take a percentage of, he said 80.
Initially start,
Initially,
eventually we'll have.
But with the blueprints that we're talking about here is people would just be giving us the gifted lands and the properties, and we would own all of the ownership. And with the blueprints that I'm guiding you guys, with us making our own wealth, we would then just be buying our own lands and properties ourselves and having 100% ownership to then build out tokenized systems.
Yeah, or hold 80% ownership, and just tokenize 20%, so that way members and partners and supporters can still have a partial ownership, right? But it's just a small part, right? Like this is the same model I'm mapping out for our other real estate projects. Is tokenize 20% of it, so we can decentralize and allow members to have a partial ownership in what they're a member of. I think there's like this really full advantageous synergy in that mix, right?
Yeah, it creates a fun game.
Well, it gives them literal ownership and then they want to see it succeed that much more and they'll put in more time and energy and effort to make sure it does. They'll refer more people, they'll show up more often because they're an owner.
Precisely. So speaking about like step one of the first location there, because these Royal Starseed tokens, the RSS tokens, we'll mint an initial supply of them, but we're gonna ongoing mint more supply as we expand more locations, okay, just so you understand. Because the RSS is the way I mapped it out as the formula is a 10-to-1 paid, meaning it's paid to the value of the real estate tokens. So let's just take that current location you're sitting in. It's like roughly it's a $1.5 million value, okay? So the goal is to purchase that location, which is $1.5 million. Once that location's purchased for $1.5 million, it would get tokenized into $1.5 million worth of tokenized real estate assets, okay? So in this breakdown here on this slide, if we launch an initial supply of 144 million, okay, which is 10 times the amount of the tokenized real estate assets, a little bit less than, because I think we can get that property for 1.4 million, so 1.5, right? And meaning those tokens that members purchase now or get with their memberships, they could essentially trade some of those tokens for these tokenized real estate assets at any time, or they hold on to them and use them for services or memberships, stuff like that, right? So the typical way when launching new tokens in the market, usually, and this is what can create a demand to have early adopters, is you launch some of them in the initial phase at a discount, okay?
Right.
So here in this equation, I have the seed round where there would be a certain percentage of those 144 million initial supply tokens at essentially a 50% discount, okay, 0.5 cents. Because when we launch the real estate asset tokens, those would be at $1, right? So what is $1 divided by 10? That's 10 cents. So that's the current initial value of the RSS token, okay? So 10 cents is the launch price, but the seed, we launched the first round of a certain very limited amount of supply at 50% off, okay? So any initial people that are interested in this model, supporting it, or investing in it, they can get a 50% discount to begin with. And then it moves on once that allocation is sold out, it would move on to this next, where it's a 20% discount. And then once that's sold out, it would move to the full price, okay? So, and then at any time those tokens those people have, they should be able to use them at the sanctuary for services and different things, okay? So this is where we're going to set up a vault for the liquidity, which is the capital that backs the token, where that money that comes in from token purchases or whatnot goes to that vault. So that way, if, let's say, as just an example, one of you ladies at the house is the one performing a service where you need to get paid out money for your service. And yeah, you got paid the tokens from the member, but you're like, well, I need to buy food and I can't do something with these tokens. Where then there needs to be that vault where there's some of that there's that liquidity, that cash that's sitting that you can go and draw out of when you need to change those tokens into cash. Does that make sense?
So we would do do that internally or on an exchange?
No, that would be an internal vault that would be set up for the team and all members of Royal Starseed. Well, we wouldn't want to put that on a public exchange. The more so we can stay out of public exchanges, the better. Yeah, there can be value going into an exchange at some point. Like as an example, we're gonna want to bring these real estate tokens into an exchange. Well, the exchange we're gonna bring it into is the Ascended Spaces exchange, which is gonna have a whole real estate exchange for tokenized real estate, right? So that's where that exchange comes in. That brings in more liquidity for these tokens, right? But if you want to stay fully compliant and not worry about regulations and SEC, then with the community token itself, we want to stay out of exchanges and keep it as regulated as possible, where it's just purely a community token that can be used in the community. And then the way that we stay compliant is we just connect and we make a tradable way where the Royal Starseed community token can be tradable for the Royal Starseed real estate token, which will be in an exchange. And when you have that separating factor of the two, it keeps the community token just fully compliant, and the real estate token is a full security. I mean, it's going to be regulated, full security, officially done, so it's fully compliant. And that's the problem with the crypto market is there's a lot of people that try to launch projects with a token that say they're a utility token, but it's up to every company to prove that they're not a security token to the SEC, which is the Securities Exchange Commission for the United States.
So Sue, how do the girls talk about this to other people?
Okay, wonderful. So, in regards to the business model, all that, I mean, the way I would share the vision is, hey, we're launching a global network of sanctuary spaces.
Pause. Say the keys and then pause because they're taking notes. So we're launching a globalized token.
Global network.
I would start with we're launching a global network of sanctuary spaces with a goal of launching 222 locations around the world.
Pause.
With a goal of launching 222 destinations around the world.
Destinations is the proper terminology.
Okay.
That will be ran by and support a global network of women leaders.
Ran by and supported by a global network. Ran by
It also supports the global network of groups.
and
Well,
supported.
it ran by and it does, yes.
But he said support, I'm just saying
support
supported.
the women that are running these,
By,
I
right?
think he means it supports them.
but it ran by and support, it's supported by a global network.
By a global network of what?
Women.
Women leaders.
Okay.
He's not saying it supports the women leaders.
Well,
It's
that's
managed by and it's supporting us.
That is what I was referring to, was it's both, it's operated by women, but also it's simultaneously supporting the women that are operating it. And And this model is being combined with blockchain technology.
One moment.
Isn't it omni-chain technology?
No, just blockchain technology. The omni-chain is then I would just stick with it, and it's the blockchain technology.
And why not omni-chain? Can you give her an example, please?
Most people don't know the term omni-chain. I would just say blockchain. That's the main.
More known terminology.
So this model is being. Can you repeat the sentence? This model is being.
And this model is supported by blockchain technology.
Okay.
In order to.
I think that's too much. Supported by we're tokenizing the land supported by blockchain technology.
We'll continue, so we know.
So that can be the short version. Short version done. That's the short elevator pitch, and then what could we add on to it if they're still engaged?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah. If you could keep going.
I was gonna say, in order to tokenize these real estate assets and business model.
One moment.
But for me, that's confusing because you're saying it's ran by blockchain technology in order to tokenize these business assets. If someone was saying that to me, I would be like, huh? Because it is ran by blockchain technology and we are tokenizing the system, we are tokenizing the land, so why are we saying in order?
Well, the blockchain is how we're gonna tokenize them, that's why. I'm just explaining to it how I would explain how it would be done. Like, it's powered by blockchain technology in order to tokenize these real estate assets, the sanctuary spaces. Which are combined with a membership model and services. To empower humanity around the world. I mean, that's the gist of it. Is sanctuary spaces.
To unite, to activate and empower humanity around the world.
Whatever way you want to refine it.
Yeah, I would refine, we need to go over that, girls, there's some things that.
We can touch it up and make sure it's.
I would have you come up with a refined elevator pitch. I'm just kind of giving you the gist of I didn't have an elevator.
Yeah, we would wanna cut out a bit of that, if that's too long for people.
It's okay, it's a good start.
It's a good start.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So with all this, I mean, I see it being highly successful, totally doable, and very profitable and beneficial for every member and Starseed leader.
Okay, so let's just jump in real quick. Let's have each girl throw an elevator pitch at us all.
Okay.
So,
Yay.
let's do some practicing real
Can
quick.
I ask questions?
Yeah. Any questions
Okay.
first?
My question is, for the vaults that you mentioned, how do those work? Where are the vaults?
That side is a digital vault. Most likely we'll use Gnosis, which is known as a multi-sig vault, meaning like one person can't just go to the vault and take all the money out. It would be multiple signatures of whoever's authorized to control the vault. Think of a vault like a bank vault. It's just where a digital asset is stored.
So multi-sig digital vault, and you're going to use. You're going to use what did you call it? The brand for the vault.
Well, it's known as a multi-sig treasury.
I got that part, but did you say you were going to use a specific one?
That's where, Gnosis.
How do you spell that?
Gnosis. CNOSIS, but now it's, I think, State dot something. It's one of the primary ones for storage of digital assets.
Genosis, and then you think it's called what now?
State, let me see. State. Well, now it's safe, SAFE global, safe global.
Okay, and so with that, we'll be able to get cash.
Well, that's where we can have a system set up that essentially anytime money comes in and there's what's known as a liquidity pool, meaning like money waiting there. So essentially it would be some form of digitized dollar, let's say, so USDT would be the liquid asset in the vault, right? So let me just break it down. So let's say a member pays a membership fee, right? We would set up an on-ramp. So let's say they pay with a debit card, right? With their debit card. They pay a $500 debit card fee. Well, we could set up as far as some of the back end where when they pay that $500 for membership, that it converts automatically into digital USDT, and then gets stored at the vault. Okay. So, meaning there's this vault that's holding those funds, and then let's say you perform a service at the sanctuary, right? And you then earn from that service the Royal Starseed community token, right? You have some of those tokens. You're like, well, I need to buy something, I need to do something. Well, you can then go to the vault and request to change your tokens into USDT, okay, as an example. And then boom, then you get your USDT, you put in the Royal Starseed tokens, and you could then use that to purchase what you do, right?
Would it be able to go then into your bank account?
Yeah, there's a multi-step process on that front. I mean, if we wanted to get as seamless as possible down the road, future in this business model, we could look into even launching a debit card for Royal Starseeds, meaning it would be a few less steps in the process to be able to go do the purchase. Because when doing some of the operations in crypto and Web3, there's a few extra processes. So it just takes setting up the right system, but it also takes, like as an example, if we wanted to launch a debit card for Royal Starseeds, meaning you have a physical card and you can easily just go swipe and it converts automatically your tokens into cash for the purchase. That's totally possible with budgets to do it. Like usually we're looking at least $150,000 to set up something like that.
150,000?
Yeah, at minimum to set up a debit card system for a business.
Okay.
And that would be the preferred route and way to go. But we're going to need to, of course, phase out, things. And in the initial phase, it might just take a few extra steps to get to the liquidity to use the cash. And then as we get to a point where we can set up things more smoothly, like a debit card, then we can get that set up. And it's very simple, as easy as using any other card, right?
Okay, so pre-debit card, it's like you can go to this vault and you can transfer the tokens into USD, and then you can use that for purchases, but where does it sit if it can't sit in your bank account easily?
Oh, well, again, there's like, let's say with USDT, you can get it in your bank account. There's just a few steps that you need to do so.
Okay.
You have to off-ramp it and transition
Yeah,
it
so
to
it's
cash.
totally possible, and of course, I'll create a cheat sheet project flow for that. And then as soon as possible as we can, the goal would be to get it set up as seamless as possible, meaning just the most seamless, easiest way is to set up an actual debit card for the
So if we find people who have a lot of money and understand all of this kind of stuff at a high level that we Starseeds do not, can we send them to you? Like, can they set up appointments with you
Yeah, I
when they
already-
want to invest?
Yeah, I already texted you guys over a week ago about a very small duration of voice.
Sorry, you guys are both talking.
If you share the initial, totally, I can be available to come on and help close deals, for sure, of course.
Okay, so a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I sent you guys a very small bio of exactly what to say, broken down on all of these specifics that you guys should memorize. And then it talks about if they have any further questions, and they would set up a meeting with I and Tsunami, or I, Krista, and Tsunami.
I might need you to resend that because it might have been when I didn't
It's
have
in
a phone.
it's in our WhatsApp, I don't personally have it anymore.
Can't access our old
Does
WhatsApp
anyone have
messages.
that? Did y'all see when I showed
Should be
you?
able to. Yeah, there's a lot of messages, so it's easy to miss them.
It was
so it's
sent
good.
a lot of those.
Remember, I didn't have a phone for a week and I can't access all the old messages.
Yeah.
And I'll work on putting together a nice elevator pitch myself from my perspective that I'll send you ladies that you can have as well,
Are you
on
able
all
to
this.
find that?
I can totally find it, I have it everywhere.
Is it called an elevator pitch in the thing?
No,
It's a project stuff?
it was right before I sent the project deck with it.
I don't have that far back. Can someone resend me the project deck?
Chris is gonna find it for us,
Thank you.
or,
I have it, it's somewhere, I have it saved and then it's probably. If it was a project, I did, it's probably. I think it's too far though.
I have the,
green phone.
first 15 minutes.
Oh, I know that's what it is. What's right?
I asked them. Oh, no, don't worry. That happens.
Right.
Find it? Cool. So you can just re-forward it?
You found it?
Yeah,
Where?
okay, so we have iCloud.
There are notes with the outline on how to talk about this in the leadership.
Yeah. There you go. There we go. And then I need to send it.
Yeah.
Everybody, I did it on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Cool.
What she's about to send, it's really important that you guys copy and paste it and put it into your notes so it doesn't get lost. Okay, does anyone wanna give short elevator pitches right now while we're together? And then we'll close this up.
I'm coming in hot. Oh, yeah.
I'll start.
You start, because I don't have my ending figured out.
Hi, Krista. What you're creating looks really cool.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, I would like to get involved.
So we are actually creating, oh,
We're
yeah.
doing all of
I don't
your
know if we're
pictures.
still live on
We
here.
are, of course we
Are you guys still on? Let us know. Yeah.
Hit that like button.
If you like us.
If you want to hear our pitch, you better like that now, okay?
Send her a gift if she does well.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you, Jordan. So if you think this space is amazing, just just imagine 222 of these destinations all across the world.
Okay.
These are interactive and immersive spaces where you can come and ascend to your highest level in life. They're Zen, they have beautiful women who are operating them and creating this network of leaders around the world. So these spaces, you can actually get involved in a few different ways. You can become a member.
Okay.
You can also, with that membership, you can go deeper and actually receive tokenized real estate assets, which are an investment. So you actually will be a part owner in the sanctuary.
Okay.
And you'll be able to then visit any of these spaces around the world, have different membership benefits, ownership benefits, and then receive currency, which is our Royal Starseed token, RSS token, which could be used to receive offerings or support your favorite starseeds in whichever way feels good for you.
Are we gonna have a global membership where the members can go to any space?
That's what this is.
And that's the big value is expanding the network, so the membership is accessible globally, like that's the big value add for members.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you were referencing Soho House? That concept?
Precisely, yeah, because with these type of membership models, the more locations, the more valuable the membership is.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only do you get to come and experience this space.
Okay, I'm very interested. I'd like to get a token. Can I get a token now?
That's a great
Close
question.
that door
So you're ready to buy into a token? What I would like to do is get you on a call
You
with
should be a part of it.
Tsunami Diamond, our master of tokens, and then he can explain to you the process of purchasing.
Wonderful, thank you. I'll sign up. Thank you.
Okay, that's the process, yeah?
Yeah. All right, next elevator pitch.
Oh man, let's just go. Okay.
Go, go,
Discount right now on the token.
We
go.
get
Oh, shoot, I forgot about that. Really good. So actually, we have 50% on our 50% off on our token right now. I would love to set you up with a meeting to follow up on this.
So we have a limited supply of first actor
But it'll
tokens.
say how much is a token.
how
Right?
much you've got in your pocket.
Do we know how much a token is, Tsunami?
What you talking about? Let's take it all.
Rounded 5 cents per token.
Which doesn't fit for me. That needs to be changed.
Why is that?
I don't know.
5 cents per token? I don't know.
Go buy a million.
What is the ratio of token to dollar?
It'll feel
Well,
good for them to have a million tokens.
So the launch price is 1 to 10, so meaning it's that 10 tokens would equal $1. That is if the US dollar doesn't fucking completely crash, which is not the
Actually,
best
10 cents.
thing to connect things to. That's why.
I would rather it be $1 a token. I think we should start at least $1.
That's possible if you want that, you can have each token be $1 and each real estate token be $10.
But I can't operate on senses at all.
$8 don't make sense. Everybody know that.
That don't make
Is you in or is you out? Tsunami?
Well, I mean, I get it from the
But it's
perspective
not
of
gonna
crypto
work.
though, because crypto begins at these
You're
micro.
turning on
They don't get micro, and
then
then like when you get to $1, it's a big deal, like.
I feel like it's cool. You feel like you're really getting in at the beginning when it's only a couple of cents. Because you know it's gonna be so much more than a couple cents
That
later.
is part of how like the crypto world is
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Usually they start, usually.
Yeah, but we're our own creators, and don't you think we would even be perfectly fine in skyrocketing at $1? I feel
People buy in a lot at low rates too.
I think $1 is still a very low rate that people would buy in. They don't need to know how long this has been going on. They don't need to know what number we started off. We could have started off secretly undercover 3 years ago at 5 cents, you know what I mean?
Are the,
I would know,
yeah,
all on contracts and everything on the blockchain is all on a ledger.
yeah, it's on a graph. You see this graph of the time.
They do need something.
Do that now. They say you can't change it, they should know.
So are we already on that graph? Of like, you know how when you look at a coin, you see the period of time and the how much it costs and how much it's grown, and we're already there?
No, we haven't launched the token yet.
Okay.
That's is to launch the community token first, right? We're gonna launch the community token first, and then as each new location is purchased, we're gonna be launching those real estate tokens that will have the model where it's tied together with the value of the real estate token tied to the community tokens.
And we can basically launch this, girls, when we want, but I highly recommend that we master the structure
Yeah.
for a solid month where we have viewers, they're consistently wanting to watch us. And then when we start opening up our subscriptions after our first free month, then we launch our token.
I think
September.
that's great, and also there will be people who are into the world of blockchains and crypto and investing who don't give don't care about the show and don't care about what's going on in the sanctuary. They just think that this is an amazing deal and they like the global impact that it has and they're ready to get in.
Yeah, okay, so then we'll do a soft launch and the token can be ready for you to.
Yeah,
Give
but we
people-
can only do the community token right now because we don't have real estate, right? Is the community token ready, or when would we launch
Well, we can
that?
make it ready when we
As
have
soon
it.
as we have the first person who wants to
Yeah,
buy.
if someone's like, I got money.
No, we can just, we can be ready, like, we just needed you all to unify as a team
Well, I
to
think we needed
understand
all
this
this
rhythm.
back end stuff ready, and if it's ready right now, then we can start sending people to Tsunami who are interested in.
Tsunami, go ahead and talk, please.
Yeah, well, and I would say, like, I don't wanna deal with a bunch of people that are interested in $100. I honestly don't have the time for that.
Of
But if
course,
you have people that are like, that are more high net worth, that are interested in supporting this, that would be interested in becoming an investor in this, then
Yeah.
that's the type of people I'll always be available for. But like, if I'm just available for every person that wants $20 or $100,
Oh, of
I don't
course. Yeah.
control.
I'm only talking millionaires.
Perfect.
So, well,
But
we
that
can
didn't
say,
answer her question, can you please reform back to her question, please?
Oh, what was the question?
when would it be ready?
Yeah, is it
Can
ready
you
as
make the
soon as
token ready now?
we have an investor to send to you?
No, I mean, we can put together, I have contracts for what are known as SAF agreements, which is, SAF stands for a simple agreement for future tokens. We can contractually close the deal today if you want.
Okay.
Did someone have tea in this tea thing here?
Awesome. Thank you, Tsunami.
You're welcome.
In the last couple days and it's dirty and looks like shit?
I do.
What happened to keeping things looking nice? And when I get home, it stays looking.
So the staff is ready and you'll be able to tell them when it's launching.
And mainly we'll probably launch in the fall time or so, like do an official launch. And we're gonna wanna like do like a real launch for it. So
Okay,
like
great.
investors right now though is their opportunity to get in early and get the discount, right? Which when I talk to them, I mean I'll be able to explain to them our plan, strategy, and how I myself have a fund that we're gonna be investing in this and start scaling this up. So this is their opportunity to get in now at an early phase at the discounted rate.
Okay.
Made it look pretty. Then it's dirty.
And are we gonna have like founders tokens for all of us who are here running and operating?
Oh yeah, great point, Krista, that you just made there. Yeah, no, there's definitely a percentage of those will be allocated for the Starseeds that are running the operations. So that will also be essentially equity shares for all of the Starseeds into the continued growth of future locations.
Wonderful. And when do we start to see that schedule, or
Package.
what do we need to do in order to launch those?
Wonderful. I mean, that would just take place simultaneously when tokens are minted into supply. So with like this, the initial plan that I have mapped out here, which we would need to change that plan if we're going to change the numbers of the starting value. Like we mentioned, I want it to be $1 starting value for the Real Starseed token. Then it would be instead of, as an example, instead of an initial supply of 144 million tokens, it would be an initial supply of 1.44 million tokens.
Sounds right.
Okay.
These are factors we need to figure out beforehand, right, and make final decisions on. But when that initial supply is minted into circulation, what would take place is the divvying up of that supply into different buckets, meaning into different wallets, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the Starseeds, typically what's traditional to do for team members of a Web3 company is it's not like you just get a big amount of tokens released to you right away. Typically, team members of the projects get put on what's known as a vesting cycle, okay? So, like on this chart, I have a 12-month vesting cycle, right? So meaning like, okay, this is your allocation, and this is your allocation for the vesting cycle of, I'll just give an example. Let's say it's 100,000 tokens, right? And that 100,000 tokens is not like it's just available for you right away. You get 100,000 tokens, you just spend it. But the fair way of setting it up for the teams on these kind of businesses is that it's vested. And this is typical with traditional companies as well, with equity positions. Meaning like when someone joins the team, they usually don't get their stock options right away all at once. It's pretty much always on a vesting cycle, meaning each quarter, or it essentially just drifts out over time, over a set period of time.
Right.
Meaning as long as they stay active, meaning as long as the Starseed is active, they're still a part of the Royal Starseeds, they're still running a sanctuary, they keep getting their vesting of their tokens. Does that make sense?
That does, why does it start in the 3rd year, that vesting schedule?
I mean, I have this, we can change this. That's just typically with teams, if you lock it up, this doesn't mean like if, let's say one of you ladies got paid some tokens to do services, you can liquidate those right away with this model, okay? But your team package is set up, I set it up, you can change this, right? But that's to hold, and for investors, that makes investors feel secure that, like, I'll give you an example, like crypto projects that have tokens that allocate a large chunk to the team, and they don't have a vesting cycle, and they just want to launch the company and then dump all their shares right at once. What it usually does is it crashes the market by liquidating all those tokens at once, because the way that you have growing token value and appreciation is by people adopting it, using it, and holding it in the long run. So, like Bitcoin, for example, there's a lot of people who just hold their Bitcoin. They won't sell it, right? Because they know at times, one, they're helping secure the ongoing growth of the token, and then two, they know that over time, by doing so in allocations, their token's going to go up in value, right? So we can change around, we can work around the vesting schedule for the Starseed tokens packages, and of course that will, always trigger period of a certain time trigger of your vesting cycle, that certain start date would not be the same for the next person that comes, because their start date starts when they start, right?
Right.
But we can change around the cycle, but part of it is just that like dedicated, it shows investors the dedication for the team for the long run. It's part of the equation.
So could we have our days or months that count towards our vesting cycle start when we join the team? So for like Krista and whoever were here first, they go ahead and get theirs much earlier.
Oh, totally. Each vesting we can create individually, 100%, and just set up right, boom, right within the smart contract, exactly.
Right, like it's the same amount of time, like the same, if it's maybe quarterly, but it starts whenever we join the team instead of starts at a future date.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how we would do it. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, next elevator pitch.
Best day ever. It's still me? Okay. It's not gonna be as good as yours. Okay, but there's gonna be a little nook and a little cranny.
I'm so sorry.
You're amazing, it's gonna be good.
Let me get
Your
mine.
face is
Let's
shining.
go, Rachel.
I can feel it, it's my veins. Okay, it might be like a commercial, like nobody there, alright? It's gonna be great. Okay.
So what are you creating?
The next major massive shift of ascension was Mother Gaia.
Amazing, this place that you're in is very interesting. How do I get involved?
How do you get involved? Let me tell you about how you get involved. Okay, but before I tell you about how you get involved, let's tell you about what's involved.
We're gonna keep brief. Focus on brief.
This is a 30 second.
We are launching a global network with global memberships, like Soho, but better. Run by women, leaderships, seated by women, down by women, divine as women. Okay. We're gonna have 222 centers across the world. That's 222, that's just like the rapture, baby. That's right, wrap it up. All right, and that's a fact. No lie, true story.
No,
And this is a model and it's supported by blockchain technology in order to tokenize these real estate properties in sanctuary spaces. We're combined with membership and role services. I don't know what that meant. Anyways, we're gonna unite and activate the entire world. First, the divine feminine, then the divine masculine, through a reality show so the entire world can see how ascended masters act, cohabitate, and we can all ascend Mother Gaia to her highest and best timeline together.
Okay, so if I wanted to invest in this, what do I do?
Would you like, well, I went to the other direction. If you want to invest, I can put you on a phone call right now where you can talk with somebody about how much you would like to invest and which property you would like to invest. We have over 222 locations that we're speaking to. How much money was my first question. Would you like to invest? But I think that would probably be inappropriate. But let's get it hot and on the wire. Let's go. Listen, sir, right here is my phone number. Sir, yes, you'd like to make an investment? Let me call him up right now, okay?
All right, everyone's gotten an A+ so far. Not so shabby. I mean, very shabby on our first run.
Yeah, it's cool.
You're making me laugh.
Make me laugh.
No promises.
All right, okay.
Good job.
Okay, so pretty good. And then all I would say is, you really already know what we're doing. You just gotta like shut your eyes and say it in a meditative state.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
as if you're channeling it, right? Because
I've been
you know what
manifesting
you know what,
scripts on it.
exactly. So you know what we're
What we're
creating
doing.
here.
I just get
And don't forget the
nervous
fifty
about the
percent
blockchain
off.
part.
I wanna
Oh
memorize
yeah, there was
that.
the cell.
Yeah. I wanna memorize just like the coin language, so that when I talk about this, I sound smart.
Yeah.
So the coin language is, you can keep it very simple and Tsunami can express more of the coin language. I know you wanna talk a lot of the coin language, but simply, we're acquiring lands around the world that are to be tokenized properties backed by the blockchain, so that we as a team can have ownership of the spaces together.
We're looking for a philanthropist, and do you have our own nonprofit, or we're just
We
gonna?
do.
We do.
We have.
You guys are.
And the philanthropist side is a very important equation, because being able to intake in donations for people that like the cause, that have a lot of money, that need tax write-offs, like that's of course the other whole route, other than the token, is sharing this whole vision with people that need tax write-offs and need to donate money to somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Right, which is a big thing,
You
and
should be doing those events.
that's something we should talk about.
I used to go to those.
We'll keep having these
Yeah,
conversations.
I wanna know, like, for the people
how to
I
talk
have
about
in mind who have an insane amount of money and would be appropriate for what he's talking about, like, how should I reach out to them? Should I send them the project deck and be like,
With a proper bio that talks about the specifics. Sue, could you make a proper bio for us, darling, that has the specifics? This is what we're doing, bullet points, tokenize, bullet points, philanthropist, bullet points, bullet points,
okay,
bullet
so for
points.
example, like, someone I know is a philanthropist, like, I would say, I know you're a philanthropist, like, would you like to look at this?
Yeah, and then I'm
Are
gonna
you
have
interested in
Tsunami
this?
make a 2-paragraph bullet points that gives the benefits, like of all of what he just said.
Okay, so I'll say, I know you're a philanthropist.
As a philanthropist,
I think this is
As a
a project that you
philanthropist,
could be very much so
are you
interested in.
I think you might be very
Yeah.
interested in this.
I think this is
Then
a
I'll send the
project
2
you would
paragraphs,
be very
And
interested
then I'll say, would
Yeah.
you like to see the project deck or hop on a call with,
I believe this to be a project you would very much be.
As a philanthropist, I believe this is a project you would be very interested in.
okay,
Here are the specifics, or here are the bullet points. I can say it again.
Yeah.
As a philanthropist, I believe this is a project that you would be very interested in.
And make sure they know that you're involved in it.
Here are some of the bullet points, and this is the project. Let me know, here are some of the bullet points, and this is the project.
what do you, and this is the project, is
And
that
you
you
would
sending
send
the project back?
yeah.
Here are-
And here are some of the bullet points, and this is the project. After you send the project, below it, you would say, I would love to hear your feedback and how you feel.
And I'd love to get you on a call with our team while we still have discounted tokens in our seed round before we start doing more info sessions and spreading the word further. So I'd like to get you in before.
Say it better.
So maybe I would love to hear your feedback and how you feel.
That would be more for an investor that we wanna, vocalize on discount. For a philanthropist, there's gonna be a different angle of an approach that we're
That
gonna
was
do. And
coming
what
up for
I'll
me
do
too.
is I'll put together 2 different overviews for you.
Okay.
Like one, well, maybe we need 3 actually.
Yeah.
One for a potential investor, one for a potential philanthropist.
This is the Starseed team.
That's all about impact and the tax write-off. And then one that's gonna be for a member, and why they become a member, and how by becoming a member, they're also getting, partial ownership within this model, right? Because the memberships themselves would come with some tokens included in the memberships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will be wonderful. And this is as far as the philanthropist goes, you know, the philanthropist is the best way to hit it because somebody's got that much money and they're giving away money. They're not always just giving away the money for tax purposes. They want it to go to a good cause,
Yeah, totally.
right?
That's,
Yeah,
So they
it's not
can-
just
they can
handing
do
out
both.
I'd say
They
that's
can
one
do
of
both.
our best set.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
It's
Angles
not
for
just
that.
handing out money, it's like he
Wants the
raises
cause.
money for certain causes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's a thought too on the price of the tokens is when you have a lower price token, you receive more within the membership. So that's something that we also want to consider.
You're absolutely correct, Chris.
I think that's a reason to have it higher.
In my reasoning of setting up the pricing as I did, because as an example, right, at the current pricing, let's say you're paying $333 a month, but you're getting 333 tokens. Does that mean those 333 tokens are worth $303 or $333? No, it doesn't, because they're worth 10 cents each, right? But just psychologically, your brain thinks you're getting your same value back, right? Just psychologically. But if we increase the value of $1 per RSS token, we can't give them $333 back when they give us $333. Just business-wise, it doesn't work, right?
Right. They would get like 33 or
Good.
3.
But then psychologically, 33 tokens.
I like the dollar because we said 144, and that's what this is.
It was
44.
It was still 144. I have officially 144 million tokens, but those 144 million tokens are only worth 10 cents each at the market value, which is $1.44 billion, right? Which is essentially the value of that.
Yeah, but what's the dollar, please?
What?
14.
What's the dollar, please?
They would get 1 point, we
I
have
don't know what you mean by
1.4.
what's the dollar, honey.
Look, everything's gonna be good. We don't need to sell pennies. Let's go to the dollar.
So also,
But what's the value?
This is just made. Yes, if we raise the price of the token to $1 as a starting price, then meaning as a member, let's say just the sanctuary member, here what I have it on now, okay? Instead of getting 333 tokens per month with your membership, you would get 33 tokens per month. Because
He's
we're not
saying
going to
mentally.
give the complete value back of the membership cost to them back in tokens. Then we would make no money, right?
oh,
So that's
They
the
would
way I have
have to
this
look big.
model set up is they're getting essentially 10% of their membership money back as tokens that they can use to spend at the sanctuary.
okay, but that part doesn't make sense to me because if they're spending 10 cents, like their
Yeah.
dollars, they're gonna realize very quickly that they only have 10 cents because we're not gonna be taking a tenth of our costs for our services.
No,
Right.
of course you're not. No, yeah, of course. They'll realize that when they're buying them, but when they sign up for the membership and you see that, I mean, it's just psychological. That's the reason why there's so many cryptos. The majority of them launch at lower prices because psychologically, when someone's going to buy tokens and they're 0.0000 something cents, and they think in their mind, oh shoot, what happens once this becomes $1? I'm gonna be fucking rich, right? It just psychologically, it makes them think they're getting a much more value than if the tokens were $1 and they, let's say, purchase $100 and they get 100 tokens versus 100 million tokens.
This is very confusing for me, Tsunami.
It's true
Let's
though.
like very confusing.
Well, I mean, maybe Kristen can explain what I'm trying to say more later. We don't need to go deep into this. It's
Yeah,
not-
Can we pause it to 11:11?
You lost me, man.
11:11. Let's rewire back into our highest timeline.
Hi. Here we go.
Hi.
Here we go.
Hi.
Do it 3 times in a row. Here we go. Now we're
Deep breath in. So let's see our members. not receiving tokens,
Yeah.
buying this property
Lots of
easily and
property.
effortlessly
Easily.
as the
I gave
seed
them money for this.
to
Happen.
222 spaces around the world.
Healing their mother wounds. It's gonna be good.
Hmm.
So good.
Lots of smiling faces, knowing that they are investors and part of this journey and this mission with us.
Yes. I'm gonna be engulfed in feminine beauty in a place where you have to be a rough businessman and cutthroat.
And it's
so
based
hard
in-
out there for them making all that money. Can be mean all the time.
What? Next level, what are we talking about here?
What?
No, this is a space they can actually be
They
their
can be,
feminine too.
they can be touched into that.
They can name their feminine if they
Yeah,
want.
they
We've
can.
got
You
friends
guys,
here.
let's tune back in, come on.
Weird.
Yeah, I just wanna ask if there's any more pertinent questions that are needed right now. I'm 15 minutes late into a meeting I need to get into,
Okay,
so.
sure.
Just wondering if there's anything else we wanna cover right now. I can, of course, you can always text me or ask me questions if something comes up at any time. I just wanna make sure you're prepared right now for this call, this phase of what we're talking about now.
I think we're good.
I feel like we're good. Obviously, we need to decide on how much they cost, $1.10, before we
I know that's
send anyone
important.
through. But we hear your strong recommendation that it starts at 10 cents, aka 5 cents. And we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it between all of you and let's come to a consensus of a final decision, so that way we can create the proper model that goes to that decision.
Okay.
Excellent. What would be the turnaround time if somebody said, okay, I've got $10,000 I want to put into this? And then like, how long would that take them to make that investment? And then would that money go into a liquidity pool until we actually have the ability to purchase the property?
Yeah, I mean, that can happen within a day. I mean, like I said, I have templates for staff contracts already ready to go.
Okay.
And we already have our bank for the nonprofit already set up. So it can be as quick as a day, as fast as a day.
Cool. And do we get any sort of commission, or what is the incentive if we bring in an investor?
I mean, I'd say that's just something that we'll need to figure out. For sure, we're gonna wanna have certain incentivizations for those kind of things, right? Bringing in an investor, bringing in members, different of those aspects. We're definitely gonna wanna have a reward mechanism tied to those things in this model.
Yeah, we
I
do,
don't have an answer right now, nor do I wanna make the final decision on that, but
sure.
this is something we can map out and have as part of the model that works for now and moving forward for the long run.
Cool. Well, yeah, we do have that laid out for membership, but not for like the investor side, so we can circle back with you on that.
Beautiful, yeah, and I mean, and if needed, I have certain frameworks that are, that I've used, in regards to investment side of things and kind of industry standards on that. Like, as an example, it's not nearly usually as high as commissions go in like affiliate marketing or membership sales, like especially when you're talking about investors in the millions of dollars. Usually there's a sliding scale that it's like a certain percentage up to a certain amount, and then it kind of decreases as the amount gets higher.
Right.
So that's the way we could potentially structure it, but I don't have the exact answer in mind right now.
Okay. Yeah, we would be interested in industry standard stuff, and we will let you go so you can get to your next meeting unless anybody else has anything.
That's a good question.
Okay, thank you, Tsunami.
Thank you so much.
All the ladies were on their phone for a second. Each one in my field of view.
We're taking notes.
We're thinking about how amazing
these two more elevator pitches, Jordan, go for it.
We're behind on our timeline.
Okay,
We are.
Jordan and Ashley, one elevator pitch.
And then we're
And then we clean
And
up
honor the
these.
timelines.
I have my notes.
Here, what time is it? 11:17. Ash, you wanna do an elevator pitch? Go first, then you can bounce.
Stay on your timeline,
Okay.
pitch now.
We're launching a global network of sanctuary spaces.
no, talk to me. Talk to me like you're talking to me.
Okay, so
What are you doing here? Tell me more.
we are launching a global network of sanctuary space, of sanctuary spaces with a global goal of launching 222 destinations around the world that will be ran by and supported by a global network of women leaders. This model is being combined with blockchain technology. In order to tokenize these real estate assets and business model, which are combined with a membership model to unite, and services to empower, unite, and activate humanity around the world.
Whoa.
Okay, and real quick, I just wanna remove in order. It sounds contradicting. That really,
This one
he
was
messed up
powered
on
by
that. It's not supposed to say in order.
Just to tokenize?
Yeah, to tokenize. It's like, yeah.
He's saying the blockchain technology is there
blockchain
in order to
technology
tokenize.
that
But
That
tokenizes.
makes
that's like-
sense, but it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
This
So-
model is powered by blockchain
Yeah.
technology which tokenizes these real estate assets and sanctuary spaces.
Can we
Okay.
say that we're
allows us to-
tokenizing
which are
the real
Which allows
estate
us to
That
take,
uses
powered
rich
by
choice.
blockchain technology?
This model is powered by blockchain technology to tokenize.
We can
what do
say,
you have?
we're launching a global network of 222 sanctuary destinations around the world that will be ran by and supported by a global network of powerful women leaders. Women leaders sound weird, that's what is female.
It's ran by and supporting.
Ran by and supporting.
Yeah.
This model is being combined with, this model is being backed by blockchain technology or?
Yeah, it's leveraging blockchain
It does, it could just,
technology.
short term backed by blockchain technology.
To tokenize the assets of the real estate. So you're investing in real estate, you're receiving membership, and you're part of a global network of 222 sanctuaries that you always have a safe space to go to ascend in your spiritual path.
So
To tokenize these real
when they invest in the tokens, they get a certain number of tokens and they get a membership.
I gotta get out of here. I'm leaving. Okay, we can finish this wrap
I
up
told you the
sometime
timeline was over.
Yeah, it's just.
It was a good first round.
Can't just be tired.
You gotta get started.
Thank you.
You gotta start somewhere.
We go
Can
big.
you guys all make the
We go
tables
big.
nice? There's prints on them.
Let's all clean together.
Yeah.
Let's all take responsibility
Jordan,
together.
I'll hear your pitch deck, but all the extra conversations, everyone's talking at once, just bugging my ears. There's too much talk in the pitch deck, like I literally say like 10 things, and I already have them hooked, so like all of this is extra.
We're refining it.
We're
I'm going
refining
off
it.
of
I'm
what
just
Steve
saying,
gave us.
It's just, he gave too much information.
Yeah. We'll get it perfect.
It's a process.
Okay. There was a money tree here.
I love your character though, Meg. It's really funny.
What part? What part?
Like, you're like, two more, and then you're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Done.
You were like, just kidding.
Okay, so this says in the investments industry, a finder's fee is usually 4 to 5% of the investment brought in. However, the terms of finder's fee can vary greatly and can be as much as 35% of the deal value.
You're gonna be telling that to people?
No, I'm telling it to you guys. Because we need to decide on that before we can bring people in.
Are we done with this mango? What happened?
Before we can bring people in, much our dollar is.
Yeah.
The
How much
finders,
do you want the dollar?
I think to stick with his
We're
model,
supposed to
so
go outside, is that right?
got it out.
Okay.
Knows more about it than I do.
Stick with his model?
I would, yeah, I trust that he knows a lot more about it than I do. And then so we need to decide on the finder's fee, and then I would love to, look over the project deck with you. There were some edits I wanted to make that I kind of need my laptop. to look at it.
Thank you.
If I have permission to change things.
You got permission.
Well, laptop, nah, he should change it.
We do need to go to
He
home
should
to
change
get sawdust.
I mean, yeah, I should change it.
You know what we should really do?
If the project
Buy
deck
that
sent,
song, and we can play it.
there, I don't think
It's a violin.
There needs to
Oh,
be change on it.
And then boom.
That in person, let me know if you think anything needs to be changed
I
on.
can't believe we're buying that stuff, that's crazy.
you said send you and you changed the Lacey?
Yeah.
That would be.
There's some cups here and stuff that could go somewhere.
Wonderful. You take it off, nobody notices it.
This.
Cool. Yeah, I already took some screenshots, so that might have been my old phone.
Okay, we're doing house cleanup now. We're gonna like all clean up together. I'm just talking to the thing. You keep talking to me, Lou.
I'm just gonna go over the edits now.
Then don't give me your pitch deck. Hey, what you doing? You creating something? I heard you're creating something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool.
What else do you know?
My beloved sisters and I are creating 222 sanctuaries around the world.
Are acquiring. We are acquiring 222 sanctuaries around the world. You said we are creating, so best terminology is we are acquiring. Yeah, we are acquiring. We are.
Is that a creating?
Yeah, we are acquiring. We are receiving.
Oh, because we're not building them. We're not
Yeah,
building
we
them
are.
from scratch.
The proper terminology is we are acquiring.
Okay. So we are acquiring 222 sanctuary destinations, which we are tokenizing with blockchain.
See how she said that right away? I would suggest that, which we are tokenizing with blockchain technology,
So that everyone who
because that'll
wants to join
perk them
us.
up and ask them, oh, that's interesting, what's that mean? And what does that mean? That means that the assets of the land can be co-owned
Do you want me to keep
by you and your
going?
friends.
Keep going, Jordan.
I'm just giving you guys easy ways to say this where it's a hot hit and they take it.
With blockchain
Yeah.
technology,
Create a document.
so that whoever wants to join us in this mission to unite and upgrade humanity will be able to have partial ownership in all of the real estate assets, as well as an ability to have membership and purchase assets with the tokens.
Perfect.
So all of our spaces hold the value of the real estate asset, as well as the value of being active spaces of activation.
Okay.
Probably should have stopped after you said that.
Yeah, right there. Okay. Okay, well, you did good. Nice. Rachel, hit me with your elevator pitch.
I already did.
What are you creating with the Star Sisters? That sounds very interesting.
We're changing the world, okay? This ascension cycle is gonna look different. Mother God is thanking us, the angels are calling, and they're calling upon you now to make a stand and make a change and help our sanctuary grow into what God made it to be, which is 222 destinations globally, worldwide, with memberships like Soho. And what we would like from you today, if you ever so would, Actually, just we learned from you today, because we have a real estate tokenization program, which is, blocked by blockchain, which is, supported by blockchain.
Okay.
And,
Built on.
and the women in the household are seated by our leadership, our women's leadership program, and we are all ascended masters, and these sanctuary spaces can be brought to a country and a home near you. Can I put you on the phone with Tsunami, and he can tell you more about it.
Okay.
I don't know what else you want from me right now, my brain fried, girl, I love you.
Okay, that was good.
I love you. I love you.
Coming from Brad Rain.
Should we close out this live stream?
No, it's pretty interesting.
You ready to keep going?
For a little bit. Krista. What's going on at the Royal Starseed Ascension Sanctuary? I heard that they're doing something about tokenizing the land. I'd be interested in sponsoring that. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing. You have the opportunity to be a real estate investor as well as a supporter, sponsor, and guardian of our movement to unite Starseeds and people on their ascension path globally to come together and create these 222 sanctuary and destination spaces like I am activated spas, retreat properties, tree houses, sanctuaries all over the world, so you can actually become an owner within our seed sanctuary, which is this space right here. And not only that, you can come in our seed round and get a discount.
Too much.
If you are interested in moving quickly.
I feel like you need to allow room for them to ask you more questions.
Okay.
Like,
Take a
short
breath.
sentences, pause, see what they have to say.
Cool.
Unless it's like you talking into a video, but I think we're doing, like if someone's asking you in person.
True.
Class is adjourned! Woo! Good job, sisters! Much future, much new and house.
It's like college and business and a slumber party all in one.
That's great, it's everything you wish for.
All my favorite things.
We are all ages at
And
one
these
time.
are a few of my favorite things.
These are a few of my favorite things. Yes, we need to start on our Mary Poppins.
Yes.
You know what we
Oh, I have someone who wants to write us, get inspired to do.
What?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna do Mary Poppins next week. I need
Yes,
next week.
do it, girl.
When
Okay.
it's
So I would love to do a photo shoot with you all, if you guys could be available.
Rod is down to shoot that Saturday evening.
What?
Rod is coming into town, he's down to shoot us. Or shoot us.
Yeah, Saturday morning and Saturday evening. Well, I have a shoot with him Saturday at 11,
Okay.
and then Saturday at 6 p.m.
Okay, great.
So anyone can shoot with him beyond those times. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It would be nice to get a few photos of all of us together.
Yeah.
It would be. I won't be here though.
It's okay. We can keep doing it.
We could do Sunday evening. I should be back by Sunday evening after or at the Healing Heroes maybe.
I bought us some of these. They'll come in a couple days.
Oh, cool.
Towels.
Yeah.
Yay.
By the way, everyone is
Turned out to be a
super-
good purchase.
Everyone's what?
everyone is super welcome to come to the Healing Heroes event. It's gonna be 12 hours
You
long.
think my teenager
Cool.
bought sometime?
Yeah.
So 11
What
a.m. to 11 p.m.
Is it the healing day?
activations at the Healing Heroes Sanctuary. Now we have like, or it's not a sanctuary, but
Town hall.
we now have a sauna,
Since we did.
brand new sauna there.
There's a sauna.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is the ice bath like continuous or it's still?
The ice
Yeah,
bath
we
is
do.
not there yet, but there's a bathtub that we can put ice in.
Okay.
And also we're welcome to go and like use it this week at any time. But yeah, everyone can come to the event so long as
How many people can go in your
Oh,
car?
I'm gonna add it to our
How many
website.
people can fit in the sauna at a time? Definitely all of us. I just saw it today. I have a video of it, like.
I was gonna put that
I
one
think 6 comfortably.
on our website
Awesome.
because we need events on there. We don't have any upcoming events.
Yeah.
So we need to like put partner events.
Put it on our
Maybe we
website.
put the Bali trip up there too. And then
So just one thing
Julia
on your
reached out. Oh, sorry.
One thing on your story, ideally, like multiple days, but at least one day,
Okay.
if everyone is wanting to.
Where is this place located?
We can do that.
It's here. So on Sunday, we can all walk over, it's like an 8-minute, 5-minute walk.
And they have a cold plunge?
They have a sauna, they have a cold plunge, and then all day there will be speakers and there'll be like nail sanding therapy. Chris is probably gonna do her hugs. I'll do acro yoga. There will be breathwork activations and like primal movement and all kinds of things. I can show you the schedule.
I'll go with you if you go for a couple hours.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
you don't go, then I'm gonna stay here and keep focused.
I'll go with you, I'll go for the cold plunge.
I'll show you guys the schedule and I'll send it in the chat so you can decide what you wanna do.
Is it the healing room?
Yeah.
Okay, they hit me up.
Nice.
I didn't read, just saw. I saw
Yeah.
my notification.
All you need to do is post on your story. I can send you guys something to post on your story.
There's a little bear.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
You know, I'll just tag all of you and if you
And
repost
invite
it.
us to collaborate.
Okay.
And we can just collaborate.
Right, yeah. Okay. Hi. Invite the other Starseeds to collaborate?
Yes, and each of us individually.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here all week, focused, cool things. Meditating.
Yeah, that's really, yeah, really, meditate, do what good stuff we're supposed to do.
And then come inside and just meditating, practicing.
I guess you asked us to collaborate on a reel,
Yeah.
but you just shared the story and then we repost it.
Yes.
I got my table now, so I can do laptop and stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna be there for 3 months. I'll start focus for 3 months. I don't know. Oh, you wanna be there for 3 months?
Yeah,
That's what you got.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
3 months with me right now, and then if you wanna go to Bali, I'm going to 2 retreats. I'm going to a dragon retreat to all of the best destinations in Bali.
That's awesome.
They're super activating portal destinations with super sisters. And then the other retreat, which I highly recommend that you go.
No, I wanna go, I'm trying to see what happens with this,
Okay.
just make sure my schedule will line up, but the answer's yes.
Okay.
Julia
But you're
wanted
gonna
to
be
know
here
about
around a minute though, right, babe?
Where about it?
about going.
I'm not going over there.
Let me see Julia. She's been here?
Yep.
And she's got a combo from Haley?
Yep.
I don't,
We're
something,
still
there's
live.
some, I thought we closed this out.
We know.
Oh, you know? Okay, alright.
My desire in Bali is very soft, quiet energy, super activations. Like the sister I'm meeting out there needs super peace. She wants the highest level people there. So if you guys are coming with me, it can't be like any of the sisters that create chaos or like up and down in your waves.
No, wait, we did.
Anyways,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Understood.
There was a tarot reader at the Forest Festival who told me that I needed to travel to the
Hand tarot?
wetlands. Not the hand person. She was like a human design astrology person.
Uh-huh.
But I just told her my birthday and she said
Oh, so that means you're gonna go to Bali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prioritize that.
Well, I'm buying my ticket this week, sis, buy it with me. We've changed the dates, we would be going the end of September.
Oh,
We would be going, oh shoot.
We're just doing the wedding news.
find the flights. Let's get them.
The reason why the end of September is because, or we can go in October. My birthday is October 19th, and I think I'm gonna just be in Bali then.
That's nice, that sounds
So I'd
nice.
love for you all to be there.
Yeah, I just wanna be back by my birthday party,
Which is when?
October 31st.
We should do a,
At the Spanish monastery.
what?
So the
Dragon
dragon,
Spanish monastery,
Oh, you're having
the
it
oldest building on the east coast.
for a Halloween party too, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a big Solon festival.
Mhm.
I think I was gonna throw it.
So then what if we just did a Bali the first, second, and third week of October, and then we come back for your birthday?
And my
We
birthday.
celebrate my birthday in Bali, and we
That sounds
celebrate
And
who's ever birthday in Bali.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna suggest we did a costume party for both of our birthdays, Jordan.
Cause yours is the 30th?
Yeah.
Cool. I wonder,
Well, mine's the 19th, so it'd make no sense for you guys to just have your guys' party and not put mine in it.
Well, it would if we do yours in Bali.
Yeah, but my people are out here.
Well, they should all come.
So I would throw
to
two
the
parties.
and all be celebrating.
Okay, it makes sense for you to have two parties and
You
then.
guys could
have
throw one
half
in
a
Bali
party
if you want to,
for
don't be
the
selfish.
third.
You could throw one in Bali soon.
Okay, we'll celebrate all of us.
All of us get a whole month of birthday.
I love it. Perfect.
That's how it should be.
That is how it should be.
A whole month, a whole birthday month.
Yeah,
Because
so
their
I
own
wonder,
birthday starts on the first, so does mine.
I don't know if this thing is going to be multiple days, but it would make sense for it to be, because we'll have people from out of state coming. And like wanting to pitch a tent.
And it'll be a better party if we're just all celebrating it anyways, for the whole month.
Yeah.
And then on the days of the birthday, like, we could celebrate that person.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that.
Okay. Great, I'm gonna tell people to start giving gifts starting the 1st.
Yes.
Whose tea is this?
It's mine, probably.
In a black cup?
No, not mine.
Oh, that was Mariana's. I tried to give her the cup twice.
That's 2 strikes, Mariana.
Okay, but everyone
Where'd
should
you
start
go?
telling everyone, all your friends from across the state/globe, and Halloween with us. Why can't I talk right now?
Okay, I'm back on track. No more eating past nighttime. You heard that? You said not let your sisters. Do you be a good role model, mate? Yeah, I am. What are you gonna do? I'm not eating past nighttime.
Do you want me to hold you to that?
I can have tea. I
How
have
does
and
everybody?
tea and possibly fresh juice at night, but that's it.
I noticed that you say not eat.
No
My
more
brain is
eating
doing
past
that thing of
nighttime.
like, oh, eating past nighttime,
Oh,
you know? So it's like you could phrase
you're
it
gonna fast.
in a non-negative way. And I'm fasting, I'm grateful to be fasting.
I'm so grateful to be fasting starting at nighttime.
After dark.
So my brain just started eating and I'm like, that's a good idea.
Good call, Jordan.
It's time to slow down.
Time is on my side.
Fasting.
Yes, it is. Feels so good to fast. I look so good when I fast.
You look so good when you
I
fast.
feel so good when I fast. I feel so empowered when I fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you did that. You inspired me to like be like 8 o'clock. No.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I want to step up with you.
Yes. Yeah. Do it.
tonight, but I didn't.
That was my plan, but then I ran
Whenever
out
it
of
gets
time
challenging, just drink tea
Yeah, that's what I did.
and chug
But
water.
you know what, I think it really helps having a time, like that's it, it's just 8, that's it.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Because then you're committed.
I'm gonna try, I'm gonna work, I'm desiring to not make it past night, but definitely not past 8, but I did just have food, and there's a reason to it. It's because I didn't eat all day,
Oh yeah,
but
I'm not doing it.
but still though,
There's area for exceptions.
maybe.
Yeah, as long as every day's not an exception. You know, sometimes you fall in a rut of exceptions and then you're like, hold on a minute, I'm so far away from
This
my
has
goal.
become the rule.
Mr. Bear.
Time
Okay, do you guys wanna say anything else to the camera?
is on my side.
Let me see.
Yes, it is. Let us know which Disney songs you'd like to hear. Mary Poppins or Pocahontas or Little Mermaid. Which one first?
Sorry.
Is exciting for you. Comment.
Well, I need to think about
Feedback.
which Disney song I like to sing. We'll figure that out.
I'll sing them all.
Yeah, probably a lot of them I do enjoy singing.
Wait.
What else? It's 11:44.
Is this even on? Yeah, it's on.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's very confusing as to what that light actually means.
I think that some of them have gone through some shifts in their state of being, those cameras. So some of them no longer are greening.
Doing visualizations before bed, do a body scan before bed, releasing your intention.
Some
How do
of
you do a
them
body
no longer
scan?
are
How do you do a body scan? You can start with your toes, be laying there with your eyes shut, and bring your awareness to your toes, and then your feet, and your ankles, and work your way up your entire body. Pausing wherever you find there's any tension,
Okay,
and
this backwards
sending
gets
love
started.
and awareness and release to those areas.
And then just keep in mind, girls, when we are filming, back-end noise is really, really loud.
Sorry.
And it makes it sound really bad, so just keep that in mind.
It's really distracting.
And just mindful to the audience that they're hearing purity and it doesn't harm their ears.
Okay.
I'm talking about like when we scream and talk with multiple conversations and everything too.
Okay. Graceful royal. Graceful royal always.
A mosquito bit me just now. The beer! The beer! The beer! The beer! The beer! The beer! Best friend. You have so many sisters that are your best friend. So loved by us. You're so loved by us. Chris, a reminder to put your sanctuary service in the iPad. Okay. I got you, bear. You're my homie. Mm-hmm. 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 You ever get high off your own dog? Oh, yeah. 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 Woo!
we signing off this bad boy?
Oh, we could. Or I could sleep with it.
Alright, wanna bring it up to your room?
Yeah.
Alright, do that. Test it out.
Today is going to have my USB, so I'm taking those photos and record box. Completely cleared out the USB drive. I took the photos of the recordings for the music. I'll plug in my USB and I plugged it into my DJ set. And nothing is popping up. That's a big hazard. And like big trouble now. It's a lot of work. I guess I realized that the songs weren't on my record box, they were on my USB. Which doesn't make sense because they've been on my record box. Organic orange juice at Whole Foods, they press it for you, boom. Krista here? So how was your trip back, Jordan?
It was pretty smooth.
I seen you made it on Kick Heels Instagram.
Oh yeah, all over that thing.
So you've been honored.
It's very good out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Must have been a game change or something, you know what I mean?
It's a what?
Must have been a game change, you know what I mean?
The game changed at the festival? Is that what you mean?
I'm gonna be right before. Before, like maybe before.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm thinking I know what I mean. I'm thinking that maybe y'all had a little talk. Like when he came back from his vacation from family.
Oh, yeah.
And then more honor came forward. And then more honor came forward from the festival. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's more like he was already very good at honoring me. And there's a part of me that's still getting used to that. And was not feeling like enough openness and attraction with there being like expectations of us heading a certain direction. So I pulled back and said like, hey, just so you know, like I'm sticking to my celibacy, and like with that it's like we're kind of just friends. And
Cool, so did you stick with your celibacy?
but
I knew you were
with him being cool with that,
is what changed everything.
yeah, it allowed me to like feel like there was not an expectation, and he's not going to like withdraw his like love and support, even if I want there to be no expectation of that. And just like that allowed me to be more open to it.
Cool. So did you get your freak on under the cave?
This thing is off, right?
24-hour live reality show, here we are.
Oh my goodness, of course.
You guys found a great bed over there on the cave, I was impressed.
Yeah.
I actually though missed you not sleeping in the thing.
We moved that bed in the middle of the night while all of y'all were asleep in the tent.
I heard you and then I missed you.
Yeah. We went in there, grabbed the bed, walked with this bed over our heads through the creek, threw it up on the cave shelf. I was like, Meg! This spot is awesome!
Oh my god.
Wake up!
I love that. Sounds phenomenal.
Yeah. That property is awesome.
Phenomenal. Okay, so we did good. We Hey Krista,
What's up?
what are you up to?
Oh, I was just decompressing and.
Going upside down on this hammock or something?
No, I laid on the squish beanbag.
Yeah.
Just laid down. Yeah. Let me go out and plug my phone in.
You want to hang out with the live stream for an hour or so?
No, I want to go to bed because I gotta get up early and drive to Sarasota. So, I mean, if no one wants to hang out and watch me sleep, that's
Do you want to
cool.
tell your fans how much you love
Yes, I love you all. Every single one of you watching right now. Of course.
Of course I want to tell my fans I love
Of
them.
course. I mean, I
This
love
is fun,
everyone.
right, girls? Isn't this fun? We're like doing improv.
Telling our deepest secrets. To millions of people.
I'm actually trying to get these stories from earlier. There was so much gold in that meeting earlier, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to share it because I've got like 10 1-minute videos.
You can make about a 6-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, it's good to have full things, it's good for people to
It is,
understand
it
what
talks
we're
about the
building
bigger-
and smaller things. We want a mixture of everything, we don't want to limit ourselves.
If you have a 6-minute video, I would go ahead and get that to the Patreon
Well,
and
That's
then
a good
put
idea.
a short,
We could put
30
the whole
second
meeting
version of it.
on the Patreon.
yeah, and then put a 30-second version of it as
Slightly.
a,
slightly,
and
slightly,
say,
slightly.
catch the
Sometimes,
rest on our Patreon.
There's like 10.
I like where you're thinking, but since most of our following is coming from my platform and then Royal Starseeds is growing, my following personally wants thickness. They
Get them on Patreon.
Wait,
Tell
can you
them to
say
pay.
My following personally wants thickness.
My following personally wants thickness. You give them thickness, then they will take their energy on to buying subscriptions.
What is thickness?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You like give them something that intrigues them to be interested in continuing to watch.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, like putting a 10-minute thing on Patreon and then putting just like the trailer for that, like the good stuff, into a short reel.
Yeah.
And saying if you want to see more, it's on Patreon.
Well, basically, I have an hour long
I'm
from the
saying
meeting,
do
and then
that,
I've
but
got like
sometimes
10
do
minutes.
bigger things on Instagram as gifts. Like this is how we're building. So I think that what she has could easily be just going on Instagram to get more views. Because we just put up 2 or 3 videos on Patreon. Just a day ago. So sometimes we want these thick videos that have potent content, especially our business strategies, for free as a gift to show people how we're operating.
I do like the idea of putting the whole meeting on Patreon and
Well,
then
then do both, it's okay if it's on Instagram and Patreon.
Yeah, we
Right.
can do 6 minutes on Instagram and however long.
yeah, see behind the
I need
scenes.
to wash.
Especially when our cold.
I really need to wash my vagina, I don't know what happened, but it doesn't smell so fresh. But I keep wanting to smell it, anyone have that scene before? So I keep smelling.
Get that yoni cleanse.
I
Oh,
am
yeah.
upstairs.
Saturday Night Live skit?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that?
Yeah.
About the yoni smell? No, it was the armpits, not the yoni.
Well, now it's the yoni. Why don't we make a famous skit about it?
I think you just
We
did.
have so many skits. We have so many skits. Okay, oh wait, there's one I thought of, okay, it's like some person from the Amazon jungle is like going to like serve you off-egg, and they have like their fancy instrument and everything, and it's a girl, and she's just like, is it organic? And then the guy is like, this is from my elders and my ancestors.
Yeah, but is it
And
organic?
Organic.
Yeah, but did they know about organic?
But did they put pesticides on it? Oh my god. That's so funny.
Yeah.
You don't
That's a
want
good
snowing ants?
No, I personally do not. I can't speak for Jordan. Jordan, would you like to smell her hand?
It's kind of interesting.
My curiosity is piqued, but I don't want to.
But if I put my hands in her nose, she would sniff.
Oh.
And you would too, Krista.
Don't do it.
It's 000.
Look at her phone.
Oh, 000. That's fun. It's time for me to go to bed. Good night, my fans. I love you
It's like-
so much. I'm so grateful for you. Every single one of you.
And did you know we have the best show ever?
Royal Starseeds. It's the best show. Because we are raising the vibration of humanity so we can all live in peace and harmony.
Just being ourselves.
Just by being
Of
ourselves.
love and grace, not caring about anything at all or original frequency.
Wait, is it today Wednesday?
It's Thursday now. My day's officially over.
I thought we were filming Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays.
You know, we didn't film Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday, so that's
So it's important for us to get on this. And though, anyways, it's important, like whenever you're just here chilling, you should really just grab one. It's behind her, that compass.
Yeah.
And it's just important for us to get on this as much as possible, because that's how we're gonna get news, is us just being on as often as possible.
I see.
Think about a gamer, right? Gamers are on daily.
Yeah.
So if
You
we,
would just put them on as background.
exactly,
Put us on as background, not your stupid television shows where people are just like bickering. You know?
yeah. So I did tell everyone 3 days a week, but we wanna drill it in our mind to put it on as often as possible.
Okay, so it will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, and whoever picks it up and turns it on.
Okay, good, because Katie and I are gonna do our art project. We can finish it tomorrow,
You should
Thursday.
definitely turn it on.
I'll ask for support if I can't figure out how to turn it on.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, then you can do a little run practice, see, and just know when you turn it on, you just wanna check our Instagram, our Twitch and our X account, personal account.
Okay, so
To
I'm
see
gonna
that it's
message Ashley, Kato's coming at 11, so I'm gonna message Ashley and see if she can meet me at that time to show me how to set it all up.
Okay. You wanna message her now?
Yes. So stay tuned if you wanna see my art project come to completion. We're gonna put smashed up crystals in it.
Wow.
Oh, wow, my phone keeps going at 1%.
00001.
Should we log off?
Nah.
Keep it rolling?
Keep it on for life. I'll put it in my room.
Oh, okay,
You can film me.
sounds good.
I will just grab all my items. Turn the lights off. Everything looks clean again. Hello, camera. You're gonna go upstairs with me.
Bye, camera.
Do the dang thing.
Bye-bye.
When you come up, will you lock the door and turn the lights off?
Yes.
Groovy.
Yeah.
I wanna rock with you, talk with you. Looks like we're officially live. Unfortunately, like, dang. I've got hair in my eye. I have a ton of crystals here. Okay. I'm putting the phone here. Look at, I can see this phone. Wow, what a full day. So, did you know that when we went to school, a whole day of school, the timeline of a whole day of school here. What is this? Something wet? What is that? Meaning our time is speeding up. So what one day used to be years ago is now equivalent to what 2 days is in this moment in time. Which means that I should really rewire my database to staying up for 48 hours, and then I would really get things done in a great, timely manner. What the freaking balls, I got a hair in my eye. Oh my gosh. You guys ever have those times? What is this? My computer keeps saying checking for updates. Like, get out of here. Who are you? Move it or lose it. Discord, it's Discord. Close window. Stop pestering me, Discord. Okay. So I want to make a reel. By the way, you can go to my Instagram. It's it's One Divine Future at gmail.com. What am I talking about? One Divine Future is my Instagram. Holy balls. Megan, do you got it together there? Yes, I do. Thank you so much. What are you doing? Getting comfortable and building empires? Oh, is that what you're doing, Meg? Yes, that is what I am doing. Okay, so wish me luck, family. I'm gonna plug in my USB and it's gonna pop up and my music is gonna be on there. Oh man. Spirit, guardians, energy of light. Spirit guides. Elementals, I asked for your support. My USB got washed with all of its materials inside of it. I asked for support and bring it forward. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Show up, please. Show up, please. Show up, please. Show up. Okay. if I can believe this. I hope I can't believe this because I really hope that I'm being guided. I'm being supported by my angels. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for this, so I am going to make a video now. Okay. Something bite me? Oh, you little mosquito! Die! Killed it. Killed it right there. Look at it, sucker. Die. Die! I killed it. I gracefully pulled its leg off. Smashed its belly. Sorry, they keep biting me. I used to not kill them. I don't like killing anything. But then I found out that they ran in a facility to take our blood and test our DNA. And that's when I got real buck wild and I said, if you gonna take my blood without asking me, and then you gonna make me be in pain and itch, I'm gonna kill you. Yes. And so I did. Now I'm itching. Next time it's gonna get a karate chop. So I'm making a really pretty edit right now. I'm making a really pretty edit. And if you want to see it, you gotta go to my Instagram. Divine One, Future One. I haven't heard from my dad in a minute. Ooh, that's cute, Meg. So I cut my hair, I put my own bangs on. Pretty pretty. On this phone, I get to see you and what you can see. And on this phone, I'm creating an edit. And on this laptop, record box is gonna frickin' open. REK. My God, is that another mosquito? Shoot, I gotta cover myself. That's the one thing, like, there's a few things, like, I hate about Miami. Hate is a strong word. I dislike about Miami is mosquitoes. Jeez. Open file location. Where are you? There's a mosquito flying around. Open. My time. Spirit, you're real. Administer. You're trying to get into record box. Right. Run. Open file location. Why are you tricking me? As if my very upsetting. sounds like there's some serious act. Okay, let's make a video. So that didn't work for me. Audio, music. Gonna go balls deep. I got stuff to do, stop messing with me. Let's see what it looks like with a little bit of reggae. Okay, I have Disney music on, which needs to be muted. Fuku! Audio, mute. Yes. Okay, remove, wait. Remove. Video to turn into a reel. Let's see. Cute. I don't know if it's the winner though. That's projects. Okay, templates, let's do it. Ew, 18 clippets. Let's see. I think I'm getting fed and I don't like it and it's freaking upsetting and annoying. Bringing you over to another house room. I'm getting